gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE. Oh yeah! Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the hub city in Indiana. He goes by @TooSweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I'm your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi. And joining me this evening is my friend, Jim Tucker, or as I like to call him, Tucky!
What's going on, Kyle? It's been a minute, brother, and I'm excited to be back. Kyle Gagliardi, Jim Tucker, the original OTM2 in, what's been 13 weeks, I think? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, 14 episodes to be exact, 3 months, but who's counting? I feel like I haven't even gotten the chance to catch up with you, with your life, and how you're doing. I'm sure everybody here is glad to see you, so let's go to the comments real quick before we find out how you're doing. Bill Moss said, "What is good? Pot on the mark." And then Kind's throwing you shade. He said, "Damn, Tuck's back and we're already delaying it." What's up with that?
All right, back up, Kind. We're trying to figure out if my mic still works. It's been off for like 3 months, so let's go.
It's a little off, that's for sure. But hey, it's just good to see you. That's all that matters. And he doesn't think he'll be staying, though. He just wanted to pop by and say, "Welcome back, Tucky. We missed you. Hope the lady and the baby are all good." So you might as well expand on that. How's the wife and the baby doing?
Kind, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me soon in the near future. It seems like we have received some news that might open up the schedule a little bit, which means the T in OTM is going to stand for Tucky, perhaps. You know,
I like that.
Yeah, we just wrapped up our baseball season at the beginning of May. We got summer ball started, and I've been coaching almost 3-4 weeks in summer ball already, 10 games into the summer season. 3 half days of school left until summer break. But I'm teaching summer school because that's a hustle. And then right after summer school ends, days after summer school ends, I'm coming up. I got a trip. I'm in Indiana for 3 days. I go to the United Center to see Rush with my dad and my brother, which is like bucket list. Then I go to Nashville with the homies. Then we go back to Indiana for a few days, and we're up to Minnesota for SummerSlam. So many things to look forward to, and I am excited to get back on the OTM wagon, so to speak. But wife, baby, both amazing. Life is good. And Augie, when he sees a new person, he's got 3 wrestling-related things he does to communicate that he knows things. So gestures and things. Kyle, can you pick any of them? He's got
the
3.
Yeet.
He's got Yeet is one of them. I don't know if you'll pick the other 2.
You can't see me?
Nope.
Go to sleep?
Nope.
Like Roman Reigns?
There is one Roman Reigns.
Okay, so
Nope.
Oh, duh. Okay,
Yeah.
the
so
one Roman Reigns.
Like
okay.
when he sees a random otherling at the park, he goes Roman
he acknowledges
Reigns.
them.
No, he just puts his one up and he goes Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns. So we got Roman Reigns. We got Jey Uso with the Yeet. He knows CM Punk, but he just yells CM Punk. CM Punk.
I mean, that's basically what the fans do, right? That's what we do.
And so he's kind of come up. I don't know if people do this, but he's got a thing for Trick Williams. And so he just puts both hands out and he goes, "Whoa, that trick, whoa, that trick." So
I like it.
Yeah. So he is down with ball. He's never opposed to watching wrestling. When you watch AEW, you got to turn maybe pivot him a little bit more with some of the blood work, some of the color.
It'd be like that.
But yeah, dude, it's been fun. It's been a long time since we've been OTMing, but life is good, and I'm excited to see where we go from here.
Life is good, and this show is a lot better with you on it. So it's good news for everybody that we're going to be seeing more of you, and hopefully we see you get involved a little bit with the Main Event Wrestling Network, because I know you've been noticing all the main event moves that are happening at the network and how quickly this network has grown. Honestly, since the last time we've had a conversation, Tuck, we have really taken off. We have almost daily uploads here at the network. I don't know if you had the chance, since you're so busy, to check out all we've been doing, but speak to me on how you've been feeling about the network vibes.
Well, I'm excited. Like, there's a little bit of proud, like being great friends with you, best friends with you, like seeing where you've taken it, but also you haven't taken the Main Event Network on this skyrocket alone. And so to see you, because I do think you deserve a little bit of credit. You have had some things that have encouraged you to go outside your circle a little bit, network and grow, and to have so many people in the Main Event Wrestling Network pulling the same rope.
I like to keep to myself. Hold on. You kind of sounded like you went into a tunnel there, so I wanted to speak just in case. You're better now, but yeah, you know how I am. I like to keep to myself typically.
Yeah, well, and you have chosen to try to better the network, and to do that, it's people.
Got to be friendly.
And one thing that I'm still continually proud of is the fact that the Main Event Wrestling Network touts itself as a positive place to celebrate professional wrestling. And that's been the mission. That's been part of our mission since we started. But to continue that and grow at scale, a positivity-centric movement is not always the fastest to get off the ground. And so, no, I have not seen all 24 hours of the Main Event Wrestling Network mixer, but I've popped it in. And some of those things are sneaky, great background chatter.
Yeah.
Too. Like, just to be on and pop it. I'm gonna hop into the conversation here. No, exciting. The summer of 2026, it could be electric. People are asking.
No, they're not asking. They know what's happening. They know what's going down here. And I saved him for last because he was the first to comment, other than myself, under the Main Event umbrella. He said, "Tucky's back. Let's go." And Dirk, that's a great name.
Well, anybody named Dirk sounds like a stand-up individual.
What a name, right? Dirk Van Fleet.
Bet you missed that sound drop, didn't you?
Oh, did I ever? Dirk Bogus, what a guy.
He wanted us to do a bicep showdown, but I don't want you to show me up, so I'm not going to do that.
No, I'm pale, though. I don't know.
I mean, you got cool tattoos. No, I don't got it on the biceps. You got it on the biceps. How old's your son, by the way, now? 2?
2, 2 and a few. He turned 2 at the end of January. Yeah.
You know what, Bill? We're always ready over here like Matt Cardona. There's nothing that slips by me.
Yep.
I mean, we usually do have a producer. Brett usually is in there. Oh, wait. We just completely lost Tuck. Honestly, this is not planned. This is improvising on the fly here. He completely left the studio. So while we were here, we never even got the chance to mention the fact that we hit 550 subscribers here at OTM. So I just wanted to thank you guys for taking the time to do so. Hold on. It looks like we might have gotten Tucky back. Hold on. I got to change the layout again. Oh, no. Now we can't hear you. This is a disaster.
Can you hear?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
I wasn't talking. No, I went to click a thing at the top. One of the common things that I clicked log in. I was not logged in, which is a great strategy. And so the idea of like, it's just going to immediately take me out of this video and ask me to log in and not do a pop-up window is kind of crazy, StreamYard. And for StreamYard, who's updating frequently, updating, that could be a thing. But we're here.
Hey, and apparently your mic sounds better actually now. So maybe you may need that to happen. Yeah. Now we're locked in over here. Now we could actually talk about wrestling, because that is actually what we do here on this podcast. And Tuck, a lot of people might not know how long we've been here. We have been here since 2019. And for some reason, there's still
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. No, but no, listen to this, because me and Chris, we send each other TikToks back and forth. Chris from the Junkies,
Yeah.
the podcast dad for the other people out there that might not know him by Chris. And they showed all the negative clips from 2019, like the dog feeding thing with Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns. There was just so much bad shit. And then Chris was like, seriously, how did you guys decide to start your wrestling podcast during the worst year of WWE?
What better place than here? What better time than now? OTM on the ground floor of the dog food Roman Reigns. That
Breaking the
happened.
news.
That
I can't believe that. Dude, it's funny to listen back. Sometimes I go back and I listen to those old episodes. It's a different vibe, but in a good way, because me and you just kind of got to sit at the kitchen table and it felt more like a one-on-one conversation, you know?
Well, yeah, and the audience in those early recordings was the walls and the mics, and so it was you and I. I do think there was more of a tango because we did not have the great community to support, and so I enjoy this format as well. But it certainly was different to feel like you and I almost had to script it a little bit like WWE back
We
and
did.
forth in a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of work, and you deserve a lot of credit for that. All the outlines and the preparation. I deserve credit for having the laptop and the microphones that recorded
And
it.
the wallet. And the wallet.
I'll take that.
You were paying for shit.
And on one end or the other, but life is good, and we're back. And I love this format because now I'm 2,000 miles away, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that can change, though. You never know. Maybe I can
Yeah.
come your way. You can come back home.
You can go your
what-
own way.
Who sang that song?
Go your own way. Ask the comments. I don't know that one, and I won't
Somebody-
say the wrong name out loud.
Yeah, we're not gonna be caught lacking here. So somebody tell us who sings that song. But we know what that song is. But we have a lot of catching up to do, obviously, because we don't know what Tucky's takes are on just the current state of WWE. So Tuck, I don't know how active you are on social media, but I'm pretty active, obviously. And the vocal minority, I think, is how I want to word this, seems to be very negative in terms of just how they view the WWE product right now, I would say. So where do you stand right now? Like, do you feel like it's definitely died down from that heat wave that we had between 2022 and 2023, WrestleMania 39 and 40? But is it still dog shit? I don't know. Like, where are you at?
Not peak, not ass. I would argue that we're on the elevator up. My claim is like, it's going to be like this forever. You're not going to stay at the top of a white hot, red hot storyline packed. You can't, I don't know how you sustain it because everybody's drawing their attention to this storyline or that storyline. What I feel like now, we've got some awareness that some of the old at the top of the card is not going to be there forever. And I'm looking forward to Obafemi. I'm looking forward to Fatal Influence. Like that's a thing that intrigues me.
from you.
Young and like they're just starting shit. And I'm also intrigued on Danhausen. Like, so to me, like
You're in.
no, and I've been it. Like I understood it. I never thought Danhausen.
You were never out.
Danhausen and Roman Reigns is not going to happen on night 2. Night 1, night 2. It's just not going to. But I was extremely disappointed when that was the reveal at Elimination Chamber also. So like both things can be true. I shit on the Danhausen reveal. I'm like, fucking, because it felt like I know him because of how much he did on the indies and things like that. You're like, okay, I don't know. It's not that. But what he's done and what he's moved, to me, I am because I'm away from everybody and I'm not as tuned into the IWC as some others are. Like, did I have fun? Am I enjoying it? And currently there are some things that I enjoy, and there's also some things that I don't care for. But I do think it's the overall product average compared to when we started this podcast is higher. So are ticket prices. And so that's the conversation you have to have.
And I was going to say, obviously there's things that you dislike in the current product, but you're also like me to where we don't let that affect our mood. Like that's not going to affect our day-to-day life. It seems like so many people are just miserable, and I know you are trying to block your wife, I think, in the background right now.
Okay, full disclosure. All right.
I mean, it's so obvious.
For those viewing live, About 3 minutes ago, I sent Miss a text. I was like, "Hey, can you sneak some beers inside?" And so what I was expecting, and this is a
Her
testament
to
to
come
her.
on camera.
No, what I was expecting was for like 2 beers to be dropped right inside the door. But she was full on willing and committed to crawling them to the desk. I now have 2 beers
Oh my
desk side because of the woman I am lucky enough to marry. And so you could see I was like, oh shit. I looked down and saw her on my camera here, and that she's great. What?
Yeah, we love that.
Life is good. But I've enjoyed WWE. I thought Clash in Italy was fun.
Let's talk about it. We can go over the broad strokes of Clash of Italy because I kind of want to get into the tournaments and a lot of the things that are pissing me off, because there are things that are aggravating me. And once again, I know I always say the network and the podcast are all about positivity, but we're going to teach you how to analyze wrestling and look at it and critique things without shitting on it.
Our attitude can be positive, and we can also be critical and dislike things. The thing that we're not willing to do is slander and talk shit and try to belittle. Like,
because they're humans too.
WWE has some things that we don't like. AEW has been amazing, and we're winning on both sides, right? Because WWE, it doesn't always have to be the one or the other, and I think that's I think that's to be noted, right?
Yeah,
you don't
100%.
have to love it, and you can love pro wrestling and not shit on it, and have critiques.
Who would have thought?
I have things that I don't. I didn't love the Becky and Sol Ruka match at Backlash, or Saturday Night's Main Event.
Saturday Night's Main Event, yeah.
Like,
and by the way, do you have your permits for the guns that you're sporting right now, Tuck?
Pow!
There we are. Well, we look pretty good there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to toot my own horn.
It's fun.
What are your thoughts on Liv being in the tournament? Eric, we will get to it. We're saving that for later, man.
You pulled up the comment.
I know, but I pull up everyone's comment. That's part of the show.
Well, you didn't have to pull it up then.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But he repeats himself if I don't pull it up. I've learned how Eric works in the comment section.
Bill Moss, I did watch Double or Nothing. It was incredible. And book more tennis stadiums. Is that not the perfect setup?
That's something nobody was talking about, too, and I thought the same thing.
A stadium built for tennis is like a tennis...
Wrestling.
The tennis court is very close to a ring size. A ring on a football field is different. Tennis stadiums are dope. Do it all a lot. Do all those times.
It's kind of like the Stadium Series, what Warrior Wrestling was doing, which, by the way, did you see... Oh, wait, is it the week that you're... When are you home?
July 20th is when I get home.
No, July 19th is the show. Come home.
Based on recent events, I can be home July 19th. Based on very recent news.
I'm not cheering for the recent events, but I am cheering that you could be home for... Yeah, because Brett's coming. Brett, we have full OTM. We're sponsoring it. It's all of our pod.
I have turned the page. So in regards to that, I will talk to my wife about perhaps being in Indiana a day or two longer to make that happen.
Well, because you probably didn't hear this news. We are the official sponsor for it's called Block Party, happening at Off Square Brewing in Crown Point, which is literally right down the road. And guess who the official sponsor of that show is?
Is it OTM or the Main Event Wrestling Network?
The On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. No, it ain't the network. OTM, and Brett is designing the T-shirt for the event that we will be handing out.
Okay, that's where I have concerns.
Oh, why is that?
Because everybody else's wallets because they're about to buy that damn T-shirt because Matt Haskell designed it, motherfucker.
That's right. Wrestling in breweries is a winning formula, and Warrior Wrestling does it better than everyone else. We got to talk about Clash, so let's go over every match really quickly. First off, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. I don't know if you checked out our pod last week. I was adamant on Gunther winning. I was actually pretty confident that Gunther was going to walk away with the win here, Tuck. So I was a little surprised when I saw, one, that this was kicking off the show because I didn't realize it was going to be on hour one. Two, Cody winning in the way that he did win because I felt like there was more that they could have gotten to, but maybe that was intentional. So what was your overall thoughts on their matchup?
I thought Cody was going to win, but I thought it was going to be schmozzier. Like, I thought stuff had to happen. You're going to have Gunther lose or you're going to have Cody lose. Yeah, right. I think they got it right.
Okay.
With Gunther's foot being under the rope and yanked, he has the argument that it was kind of bullshit. It was a good, hard-hitting match. It makes me want to see it again at SummerSlam in Minnesota.
I don't know if that's... You think they're going to stretch it?
No, they're going to do it Night of Champions. That's what's going to piss me off. But it would be cool.
Isn't Night of Champions champion versus champion though? Aren't they going to do Cody versus Roman?
Well,
if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
I could be
think
wrong.
you're right.
Maybe, do they say that for Crown
literally
Jewel?
Night of Champions to be the. Well, I think,
Yeah.
but Seth won it at Night of Champions, so I think Crown Jewel is the Crown Jewel champion,
Yeah.
and that's brands. It could be. I don't know. I'm excited to
Somebody
see it
in the
again.
comment let us know.
Gunther had the food. Gunther had the food.
Gunther had the food on the rope.
I had the food under the rope, and so I think, like, to me, it didn't involve anybody else. There wasn't a run in. You're not risking it like a triple threat or something weird like that. It would make no sense for somebody to come and defend Gunther.
Thank you, Bill.
Yes.
So that's not happening there. So maybe we do run it back with Cody and Gunther at Night of Champions then for the title. Because obviously that was the intention. Because I wanted more out of that match because I know what these two are capable of doing. But I did want to pull up what Bill was saying because he said, I thought the finish was awkward. I'd hoped Gunther had won and then had Dragunov interrupt the celebration and have a stare down. The finish was awkward for me, Tuck, because yes, his foot was underneath the rope, but at like 2, he kind of brought it back in and did like a little leg kick as well. To me, visually, it didn't look smooth.
They fucked up the 3. Like, his foot was definitely under, and then it looked like Gunther had to get it up, like had to get the leg up.
It didn't.
It got goofy, but for me, Gunther can
reasoning.
say his foot was under the rope, and then some goofy, weird stuff happened. You don't have to. You can blink.
Maybe this is a fan problem. Maybe this is a me problem, Tuck. I go into a lot of these shows hoping for a title change. I wouldn't say expecting a title change because certain things in the WWE, I shouldn't say certain, most feuds go long term now. And I think I'm getting tired of every single story being a long-term story stretched out throughout multiple PLEs to where I'm trying to speak it into existence. But it's also fair for me to not... I think it's unfair for me to get mad at WWE expecting them to pull the trigger when, like you were saying, it just feels like they're trying to push this down the line a little further to a bigger moment at a bigger stage, which I get it. It's a business, but you understand where I'm coming from here. I feel like I'm kind of rambling.
Yeah, no, I think it takes guts to make a title change now. Like, to me, I would kind of look forward to the random, I didn't expect that, and it happens now. Because to me, on Clash in Italy, Cody Gunther, I couldn't book a clean winner, and we didn't get one.
Yeah,
and so it's just you're kicking the can down the road to get to a bigger same match.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's Night of Champions then, if that's the case, if they don't do the head-to-head champion thing. But then again, why did they tease Cody and Roman backstage after the show? I don't know if you saw that in Clash of Italy. They teased them crossing paths.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in seeing another Cody Roman match.
No, I am in like 3 years. Like,
yeah.
I think we'll get
even more.
There's another thing to it, but there's so much talent. There is talent, like so much talent on the roster that we don't need Cody and Roman to get to each other to sell and fill houses and pack the, so we'll see.
Well, I mean, it would relate to what I'm thinking about the current bloodline situation. So I'll save that for a little bit later. But you talked about surprises. I thought the surprise of the night was Rhea versus Jade. Now, I wasn't sitting here thinking the match was going to be the drizzling shits by any means, but we've been critical of Jade Cargill in the past, which I think was fair, but they had probably the match of the night. At least in my opinion, this one stole the show for me at Clash in Italy. I don't know about you.
You know who I am, and Vogus and I have a type, and Clash in Italy was where that type showed up. I was a proud supporter of Jade Cargill after this one, and I went in nervous because Rhea, in like not on accident, like working at a 5, could have worked green Jade Cargill silly, and they were ambitious. I think they executed. It was not perfect. It gave me like an 8.3, 8.5 out of 10. But honestly, I was expecting like a 6. Because I thought what I felt going into this match is we were going to get a watered down Rhea, and I don't think we did. I thought it was a great match. To me, in the past, Jade Cargill has felt like a dancer in the ring. Like, I have to do this move.
Yeah, going from spot to spot.
And it's 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
And hit it. And this one felt dynamic. It felt I felt like they made it a point to say, like, Jade, you have to show these people you can do these things. And there were a lot of chains that went well, reversals. I was so pumped for this match.
And a big reason why I think it was so good too is because of Rhea Ripley and how good she can work with anybody. It seems like you put any style in the ring with Rhea Ripley, she's so versatile that she can make anything work. And you have to give credit to where credit is due for Jade Cargill's performance there. I don't know if I could completely put to bed the rumors that Jade can't go because, I mean, she has looked great, I think, in 2026. It's like, can we put this together for years now? Can this be a consistent thing?
And in baseball, right, like we always, at the high school level, like if you hit 90 once, you don't throw 90. You hit 90. You throw 87. So Jade, right now, she's hit 90 once, right? Like we've seen she's got that prospect potential. But over the long haul, it's sustainability and consistency. I hope that's the floor now and not the ceiling.
You don't want to turn into a J.P. Crawford, who is the number one prospect, and then he had maybe 1 or 2 good years, and then he just fell off the side of the earth.
Yeah.
There's your baseball analogy from 2 baseball guys. Which,
and
by
that's
the way,
inside baseball with OTM.
Here's your little peek behind the curtain. I'm going to be 33 in a couple weeks, as you know. Still top 5 in most statistical categories in Leroy wiffle ball. Just saying. Still top 5.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still that guy.
I would react more if I was surprised, Kyle.
We actually talked about you yesterday because Aaron Ketchmark is now on our team.
Nice.
Yeah, you know Aaron, and we had JoJo play with us as well.
Elite JoJo James, elite
JoJo
humans.
James.
I love Aaron Ketchmark.
They're great kids.
The Ketchmark family is elite. JoJo's incredible. That's so funny, dude.
They're all part of the NWO factor. And we talked about the Barnstormers as well.
I do feel proud that they're like my initial connection to Couts has kind of opened up a little bit of a line there. Yeah,
it has. You've become the Barnstormer pipeline is kind of converted into the NWO pipeline now, which is fantastic. Which, by the way, guys, are all you people watching there. I have a wiffle ball team called NWO. Stands for New Wiffle Order, and that's just too sweet.
Brother.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's get to this one, because we and you both love us some Oba Femi. We love big, meaty men slapping meat, and that's what you got. It was a little bit longer than the WrestleMania match. Oba does not win. I was mad originally when this match happened. I thought this was burying Oba Femi until I saw Monday Night Raw, where he started beating everybody up during the middle of his entrance and then won that matchup to advance to the King of the Ring. And now I'm not worried about Oba Femi anymore, Doc.
No, so here's the thing. I wanted this. My ultimate destination is Brock and Oba at SummerSlam for our selfish reasons. But does the King of the Ring tournament have an Oba Femi problem?
I have a prediction later that you might like that can address that potential problem.
I'm interested in discussing that because Oba is real. Oba is him. And I loved that Brock still, he's still got it in him. The WrestleMania retirement thing was goofy to me. It was weird.
That's where I still am mad. Yeah, because you did all of that for what now at this point? Like, you probably knew the original plan was always long-term.
He's also not the first, but Brock could have legitimately said, I'm done, and then went out and they're like, can we talk you into 2 more days for
can you make him look better?
Years,
because like he took 7 F5s in this matchup.
Yeah.
John Cena might be the last person to take that many F5s. He obviously didn't win his match. And Bill, I originally agree with you there. I wanted Oba to stay undefeated. I was talking about, and I was trying to book it to where he can go 3-0. Brett was talking about that last week. But then you look at it from the other side of things, and shout out to Elder Sam from Sam's on Wrestling here on the network. This kind of humanizes Oba Femi in a bit. Give him a loss early to where if you were to give Oba Femi all the wins over Brock, hypothetically, Tuck, a lot of people might get tired of Oba Femi very quick because all he's doing is winning, similar to Goldberg. Him losing to a guy like Brock Lesnar at the end of the day really shouldn't be that bad because that's the guy that ended the streak. He's retired some people. He basically retired John Cena. I saw him kill John Cena at WrestlePalooza. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad about it. I don't know about you.
No, dude, let's keep it going. I hope it gets to SummerSlam for the sake of the 2 of us.
And Bogus, if he's still going. We haven't heard much from Bogus, but I think he is going.
I'll text him.
A lot of people are backing out on our SummerSlam trip, OTM World. We originally had a big group going, and then everybody's
Thank God. Shout out to Airbnb for zero down, free cancellation. We've pivoted, perhaps improved. I like our spot. We're not going to be, I don't think we're going to be stuck outside US Bank Stadium for an hour and a half waiting for an Uber like we were on the first night of MetLife last year. And LA.
Yeah.
Ass.
Oh, LA was terrible. LA. I will
Mania,
never go back
LA.
to LA.
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
Never going back to LA. Sorry,
Unsolvable. So the spot we found in Minnesota now, 1.7 miles. So we can walk it because we're dogs, or lime and scooter, very limeable, according to some Googles. Oh yeah, big lime
guy. Yeah. Eric, are you at every show? I swear to God, Eric says he's at every show. Either he's lying or he's freaking rich. I can't tell. One of the two is true, that's for sure. I think Oba could go to at SummerSlam. He wins and retires Brock night 2, and he wins the world title for. Oh, I see what he's saying. So he's thinking that Oba can win King of the Ring, also retire, and defeat Roman Reigns in the same weekend. Might be a little too much.
Yeah, that's a no from me, dog.
It'd be cool though.
I think
it'd be cool.
I do think you can book him to beat Brock. I don't, but that because he beats Brock night 1 and retires him, that gives whoever has the strap the edge to beat him night 2 if you play that. I cannot. That's not even like Vince booking. I cannot imagine
Brock ain't winning another match against Oba.
That move has to have some balls for Brock to, or for Oba to beat Brock and Roman back to back.
Yeah, that's like Stone Cold Steve Austin level right there.
I like it though. That's a bold prediction.
It is a bold prediction, Eric. I don't hate it, but it's a scary territory to put Oba Femi into. I just don't want Oba to be too hot too quick to where the internet flips on him in a couple years, but they'll probably do that regardless. Like they kind of did to Sol Ruca when she was just on the main roster for a cup of coffee and people were trashing this woman. No, Sol Ruca's fantastic. Sol Ruca is the future, and Becky Lynch, I think, knew that, Tuck, because we got another great match here from the women. I think the women shine the most at Clash. To me, they had my 2 favorite matches of the night. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a Sol Ruca guy. I've always been a Sol Ruca guy, but I also am a Becky Lynch guy. I think she's one of the greatest of all time. It's not just me saying it. The Bleacher Report says it. ESPN says it. You might even say it. No. What do you think about Sol Ruca having a big moment here and getting that Intercontinental title?
I think there's a wildly valid argument that she wins 0 matches other than a DQ, and now she's the Intercontinental Women's Champion. I think there's a side. I'm not on that side. Let's go Sol Ruca, Intercontinental Women's Champion. Mista, on the record, saw the Soul Snatcher from the middle rope and said, oh.
She's in.
That's it. Yeah, that a reaction from Mista is big praise. I like it, and what I think this sets up. You can have a strong, dialed-in mid-card with Sol Ruca at the top, duking it out against, I think Becky Lynch deserves a lot of credit for making the Intercontinentals continue the relevance of it, passing it down. She goes up. Sol Ruca's there. I think everybody wins.
I agree.
Including the viewer.
Absolutely. Well said. Eric, I did not see Becky's interview with Corey Graves quite yet. Bill says, I agree with Tuck. The booking leading to Sol's win was not really good. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't the best story that Becky Lynch had for the IC title. But like you were getting at, it's going to open up a lot, I think, for that mid-card division on Monday Night Raw, because there's still a lot of names that we really fully haven't tapped into over there, like Lyra, who has been a part of a tag team. You could really get her involved now into this title picture. You can get Roxanne involved in this title picture. Ivy Nile, Maxine Dupree. There's so many names that we haven't even scratched the surface with that now Sol Ruca can go up against, and you could put Becky Lynch into the main event scene, because I don't know about you, I'm ready for Becky to get back in the world title picture.
I agree with that, and that kind of points back to what I said, where it feels like, again, I talked WWE being cyclical, and you're going to have some peaks and valleys, but I do think something like this, Sol's at the top of the mid-card, Becky goes up, life is good, that introduces fresh matchups with having star power at the top. I do think, I don't think Triple H is going to be left with his pants down in the development department. Like I think he's concerned about trying to restock the fridge, because I do think he had a quote that was taken a bit out of context. Like, there is no Roman Reigns, John Cena, talking about like how great those wrestlers are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no backup for them. But what I took it as him saying, like, you're not going to get another Roman Reigns. He's Roman Reigns, but you're also going to get an Obafemi. You're going to get XYZ. Yeah. There's plenty down there coming up. So, like, not an attempt to replicate who's already there, but we are consciously building towards the top of the card now too.
And that's another thing with the internet wrestling community, of course. Like, everybody craps on like the WWE title picture being so old. One, the older talent can go. Two, the older talent is still generating a lot of money for the WWE, so why take them from the top? Three, they're still building the next generation of talent. You're seeing it right now. There's a huge influx of youth right now on the main roster, but they're not going to all push them straight to the top right away. Like, I know a lot of people are frustrated with Carmelo Hayes, the Ilya Dragunovs, and I am too, especially with Ilya Dragunov. But we also don't know what, like, the injury is like, their injury recovery is like behind the scenes. You don't know those details. You don't know what these people are reporting. They're half the time they're not true, you know? So that's why I kind of just sit here and I'm like, yeah, I could be frustrated that these guys aren't being used, but I also don't know everything.
Right. Yeah, and it's not our job to know. Again, I love my position 2,000 miles away from the people that I talk wrestling with the most. Did I have fun today? Or did I not? And more than not, I'm having fun.
Right. And yeah, you're right. He's underrated, but no, I don't see him ever getting a main event push.
No, he's going to have a long career that pays many bills to be right in the middle of the card. And he's going to earn generational wealth. Doing so, I can't imagine him being the undisputed champion.
No. Like, if we're not even getting Ilya Dragunov on TV.
JD McDonough, AEW. World champion, like AEW is worth
Darby was a world champion.
They're willing to take that risk a little bit more. I can't. You're not going to convince me JD McDonough should go over Roman Reigns, Obafemi.
Right.
Like, I can't.
Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Gunther.
What?
Yeah, Ethan Page.
What?
That's another name that I don't think people talk. I know Ethan's not young, but he's young to the main roster. Like, he still has so much he could do.
Yeah.
Too. And people are freaking out because he didn't win the IC title. He's not going to win it. It's not Soruka.
We had Pro Wrestling Club last week, our last Pro Wrestling Club of the year with DHS. And I took him over. I had a poster from Black Label Pro Wrestling, the main event of that show, signed Jordan Grace, Ethan Page, no holds barred at the Off the Square gym in Crown Point. And so I was like, dude, Ethan Page, you got, because one of the kids mentioned Ethan Page. He likes him, and I'm like, look, he signed that over there. Look at the young boy.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun.
That is cool. I'm looking over here at the poster from Rumble at Ryan Geist with our logo on it, the main event logo. It's cool to see what we've been able to do. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
They changed Page's theme, and I'm pissed. Yeah, they took out the ego. So now they do the drop, and it's just a disappointment. It really is. When do you give Oba the world title? Do you wait until the Rumble or even Mania? So are we under the assumption that Oba and Brock is happening at SummerSlam? Are you talking right now?
Yeah. No, I'm reading. I was reading that with my. I was reading that silently with my mouth and not saying anything.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So, because you asked the question, like, what is the context? This makes it seem like Oba beats Brock at SummerSlam, and he's not, he's going on. I could see Oba winning the Rumble to main event at Mania.
That's probably the move.
I don't think he wins
unless he wins
title
King of the Ring
at the Rumble. No, I know, but he's going to win King of the Ring and lose.
Oh,
he's going to win King of the Ring and lose the title match. There's so many.
He would be facing Roman Reigns,
right? And Roman's going to beat him.
Oh, wow!
Because it's Obafemi in his first world title match. in my
Ooh,
opinion.
you can't do that.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't have Oba lose the Roman if you do
You
that.
can't have Oba just defeat the bloodline that's existed longer than the new world order.
Well, that's why I don't think they're going in that direction. Trust me, we're gonna get to it with the King and the Queen of the Ring
I
talk.
just want, for the record, I want Oba and Brock at SummerSlam and nothing else.
Fair.
That.
Fair. Like the
What?
wow,
We gotta look at the
Bill's in
bracket,
on the.
dude. We
Bill
gotta look at
likes
the bracket.
Eric's idea. We will look at the bracket. We got one more match. I don't even need to talk about the match itself because, I mean, Tribal Combat. If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I want to talk about the Bloodline as a whole, but if you have anything you'd like to talk about from the match itself, go ahead.
No, it was fine. It was fine.
Good.
That going was okay. I might be out of order here. Comparing that to the Mask versus Max match.
Oh, there's no
in
comparison.
AAA,
No comparison. That's the match of the year.
That's tribal combat. Tribal combat for the chiefdom to be the tribal chief.
Yeah.
And the Mask versus Mask, I thought dog walked it.
That had to be the match of the year, right?
On
Mask versus
YouTube.
Mask. Yeah. And
They
they aired
gave
it
it
after
away.
Raw. They aired it after Raw. That's how good it was. They said, "Here you go. See it again."
So in like my match of the year list is starting with that. We got to go for me. We got to go the rest of the year and see if something tops it.
Punk
I loved
Roman.
it. It was fucking incredible.
Mask versus Mask is number 1. Punk Roman at Mania is 2 for me. Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe at Double or Nothing's 3. I think that's my top 3 right now.
I don't even know if Will Ospreay at Double or Nothing was my favorite match.
Oh no, that's fair. I agree. Mine
Because
wasn't the most popular pick on that.
That points. That I think it points to the card. What a card!
Right. You could pick 3 matches, I think, and me and you aren't picking the Takeshita Okada match, which we talked about offline.
I agree. Yeah, like
yeah. See, he brought it up, but we and you. Hey, Bill, he shared the same opinion as me. Bill got hot when I brought that up.
for the record, you can torch my ass if you want, but dude. We're not going to be 20 minutes into a match kicking out at 1, dude. I can't. I won't
Unless
buy
you're
it.
Oba Femi.
One. Like it just.
Oba can do it.
Like you play a video game to receive a different experience than what you experience in real life. If we're just spamming, like again, I think you and I
there's
share
constant
different
no
sentiment.
selling in that match too.
I'll take it. I understand. I got it.
I get why people loved it. Yeah, that's what I said.
I was also entertained, but I liked other matches more.
But I did like the Takeshita Okada better than Tribal Combat if we're comparing apples to oranges here.
I would agree with that
Yeah,
statement as well.
and I'm crapping on the Okada Takeshita match. I'm not trying to say Tribal Combat was bad. I'm just tired of in the big 2026 Tuck. I do not care about the Bloodline whatsoever. And Roman Reigns is my second favorite wrestler of all time. The Usos are my favorite tag team of all time. I still don't care.
I kind of do care in what happens next. I'm interested in the term.
They can bring me back.
Right. So my door is open because I do feel like there was some part of the Bloodline that was closed for a minute. It's been XYZ long, but it hasn't been forever. The MFT era thing happened. This is a little fresh to me. We're coming back to it. We're going to try it on.
Is
We're
it
gonna see what
fresh?
it looks like. No, so
It's
the
a
idea
rehash.
is not fresh. You're saying it's a rehash, and
Jacob Fatu is Solo Sikoa in this instance. Am I wrong?
And Jacob Fatu is going to have an opportunity to impact the storyline differently than Solo Sikoa did. I'm not out yet.
I'm not out yet either. I'm just saying and this goes back to Mania Talk. I don't know if you had this same opinion. I wanted Punk to retain. I thought the company would have been better off with CM Punk furthering his reign. I didn't want the Roman Reigns reign. And since that moment, I still agree. I don't want the Roman's reign.
Oh, I like Roman Reigns. I picked him to win, and I was ready to get back aboard the Roman Reigns train. Again,
Bandwagons. Everybody's a bandwagoner.
No,
I was there from the
You're
big
calling-
dog days.
You're calling bandwagoners faithful friends, faithful fans.
No, those are the people that were booing when he was the big dog. I was there during the big dog days in the
You
trenches.
weren't loving him when he was eating
Yes,
dog
I
food,
was.
dog.
Yes,
You
I
were not.
was.
You were not.
I have
That
old Roman
fucking-
merch.
Those stadiums
Yes.
were crickets. Roman Reigns fucking who was it at the All-State? That was our bathroom match. And now we're good. And I like Roman Reigns, and this is cool. Let's try it.
But you're not telling me this feels like the same exact thing that we saw in 2023 and 2024.
I'm telling you, it feels like it definitely could be the same exact thing we felt in 2024. I'm hoping it's not, and because I'm an optimist, I'm going to stay in the right lane.
I actually believe Bill. I believe you cheering Roman back in the day because I saw the vision. I saw the potential from day one with Roman Reigns. I was there the day the Shield debuted on the main roster in Indianapolis at Survivor Series. John Cena, Ryback, CM Punk was the main event. There's this colored hair, blonde, streaked haired guy, and I'm like, that's Seth Rollins. Didn't know who anybody else was. Had no idea who Dean Ambrose was or who Roman Reigns was at the time. Crazy now that those three are the three most talked about wrestlers of the past decade.
Yeah.
They shaped the industry to where it is now because without Jon Moxley, I don't think AEW is where it's at right now.
I agree.
Who's the Sammy in this era of the bloodline? Jey Uso. No, they're not going to have Jey Uso break out. It's going to be
Jimmy, 0 world championship opportunities.
Yeah, give
Is
Jimmy
it Jimmy
a crack. Yeah, Big Jim doesn't break during backstage segments when somebody calls it an oofalafa.
I'm not interested in that, though. I don't need Jimmy in a title match.
Oh, me neither. Don't worry. I don't want to see that match. I heard about Dean Ambrose. Didn't know the rest of them but until they debuted. Oh, interesting. I knew Rollins because of NXT.
Have you heard of Mike Santana?
Yes, I have. He's dope. He's worked with Warrior.
Just sitting on my desk.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah. So that was Clash. It was actually a good show, I thought, overall.
It was better than Saturday night's main event, which was a nothing burger to me.
It's always a nothing burger, though. Why do people expect anything?
Well, I keep talking myself into it, though. And so...
Remember the one where we all thought Kevin Owens was going to beat Cody Rhodes, and we just were so sold on it, and then...
Yeah.
The Canadian dream.
Yeah. No fun.
What indie did Seth come from? I don't know.
Ring of Honor?
I think
I know.
I think
Is
he
that
did
an
come
indie,
from
though?
Ring of Honor. No, it's not an indie, no.
That's not an indie, but...
And it's not an Indy Hartwell either, because that's what Eric spelled it like, was Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Indy Hartwell, by the way. I saw that she was working out with her Australian Lena Cross and Stephanie DeLander in her homemade gym on YouTube. Yeah.
Nice.
I like watching workout videos now. It's a thing.
I mean, it's, again, there's a lot of them, and you can learn things, and it doesn't have to learn
Celtic
things.
workouts with Sheamus.
Those are fun.
Awesome.
That was that Celtic Warrior workouts put me on to Randy Orton listening to bad anthems like the whole time he lifts, and I only mow the grass and lift weights to Cardi B, Glorilla, Lotto, like Sexy Red, like all the and you could probably tell based on who I am that would be my playlist, but yeah.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Because obviously I'm a thick, buxom man.
I thought he was going to get to the meat and potatoes, but that's okay. Y'all should check out LA Knight's CVV interview that came out today. I did, and it was fantastic. I literally watched the entire interview before we hit record here.
I'm on it.
That was my lead into this show, actually.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one because you could tell LA Knight knows his shit don't stink. He's got a lot of confidence for sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of meat and potatoes, I think the main topic of this episode, 48 minutes into it, was the King and Queen of the Ring. And I don't know if you got to see a clip that the Night Shift shared earlier this week, Tuck, but we talked a little bit about King and Queen of the Ring and just tournaments in general in WWE and how I feel like they don't work ever. Like, I just never am a fan of them. I feel like they could be great. There's so much potential. How do you feel about the way that WWE does tournaments? Because I feel like AEW does them way better.
I think in agreement with you, I think AEW cares to present a great tournament. I think WWE uses tournaments as vehicles to make things happen in kind of a dead lull period. We're kind of too far out from SummerSlam, too far away from WrestleMania. And so I don't know, could be a great vehicle. And I think AEW values that vehicle a little bit more.
They know how to make stars out of their tournaments.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. And like you were saying, WWE kind of just like, we're going to go with the flow and the way of the storyline that we're trying to tell us. And I'm like, WWE, you could do so much more fun stuff with these tournament style, but they don't. But regardless, Queen or King of the Ring, which one do you want to start with?
ladies first because I'm a gentleman, obviously.
Oh, yeah, we're gentlemen over here in the OTM community. That's for damn sure. So let's pull up the Queen of the Ring bracket right now. I'm going to take these graphics off the screen real quick. That way I can see some things. Tuck, why don't you pull up a comment while I'm trying to figure it out? Oh, there we go. I got it. I figured it
You
out.
already figured it out. What are you talking about? You're
I'm quick
faster
like
than
that.
me, dog.
What? I'm quick. So let's address what Eric was getting to at the very top left here to start, Tuck. Liv Morgan. So the premise of this tournament, if you did not know, is that if you win Queen of the Ring, you get a title match at SummerSlam, Tuck. The women's champion is Liv Morgan, and she is in the Queen of the Ring tournament taking on Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. So how do you feel about that fatal four-way? Because I don't like that Liv is in this tournament whatsoever.
What? I don't. What's the? That's where I'm at too. I don't. You win the tournament to face a champion, right? And then, but Liv Morgan's in it.
She's the champion. You can't face yourself, Tuck. The last time I checked.
Is Liv Morgan going to steamroll it and just be like, I'm going to win the tournament and nothing else happens? I don't have to fight anybody.
Or goes after Rhea?
To be.
I'm not interested in that, though. No. I don't need more Liv Morgan on my television screen. That's all I'm saying.
No.
So looking at that match, who do you think is actually going to be the one that picks up the W here? Top left corner.
So like, I always favor Liv because she's got some support. Raquel's on the complete opposite side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So like, I think there's muscle there. Where is Roxanne even in it? I don't see. Oh yeah,
Roxanne's in it. And
everyone else is on the other side
already,
of the bracket. Right. So like, who does Becky have?
I'm with Bill here.
Loss. How do you get Chelsea Green over though? Because she lost to Secret Hervis.
What do you mean? How do you get over? It's Chelsea Green. She's already over.
No, I know she's over. How do you book Chelsea Green to beat Becky Lynch or Liv Morgan?
Sneaky win. Roll up. Because Becky and Liv will be so concerned about each other, because I think Becky and Liv is the new direction for Liv Morgan potentially. And then Alexa Bliss is kind of the afterthought, in my opinion, because she's kind of got no story right now.
Yeah, floaty. Yeah, she's out.
Because Charlotte has the story with Jade and Rhea kind of right now, so Bliss is just an accessory to that. So I think Chelsea can sneak a win over Bliss somewhere in this match.
So here's where I'm at. Liv beats Becky round one because she's got the muscle.
These are fatal four-ways.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, because we already had the one with Oba. Remember, it was a fatal four-way at Raw.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. That's why I say Chelsea can get a win, because it's a multi-women match.
Alexa's a nothing burger. You get you at the top, fluffing. Chelsea win. Okay, I'm on board.
Oh, here we go.
No,
we salute her?
I mean, that helps Chelsea's odds.
That's right.
Absolutely. That helps.
We're Slagents. And my brother is a Slagent. Remember when she tweeted back at Ryan?
I expect nothing less. Ryan is the king Slagent, if you ask me.
Team Chelsea Green over here. We got Chelsea coming out of the top left portion of the bracket. Then in the bottom left, you have the new Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, and Jade Cargill. Tuck, on paper, this matchup looks like it could be the most fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. There is strength, power, speed, muscle. This is the other one. This matchup, you can argue for like 3 out of 4 of them.
So I think Charlotte and Jade are in their own thing right now, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think Lyra's going to sneak it out like Bill does?
So I'm hoping for Lyra, but then again, Lyra and Bayley, that feel like there's still a thing that's being pushed on television, no?
Yeah, this would be a good way to not push that anymore, though.
True. Yeah, you just shotgun Lyra to the top, and then she splits from Bayley. Because
I'm pulling the bracket back up. I want to look at it. I'm trying to look at the right side and see
the
what
future.
That looks like.
So let's assume Chelsea Green is facing off against whoever wins this match. I think I'm going with Charlotte Flair here, because I think Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley is a huge SummerSlam matchup that could do very well. Yeah. Her versus Chelsea Green would be a very underrated match too, I think, in the semifinals. And of course, Jade could cost Charlotte in this tournament, and I could be wrong. But you're telling me that Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley wouldn't be money at SummerSlam?
I think selfishly we want it because we saw it in Los Angeles too.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
We want it again. The Bicep Brothers want it.
Oh, indeed. Let's do it. But then, what's the Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill of it all if ultimately it's going to go to Flair and Rhea at SummerSlam, though?
I don't know. So what do you think? What do you think you're going to go with?
So Ruka's got the title. She doesn't need to win it. Valkyria versus Ruka is a fun match, but whoever wins that is in the final. Who's coming out of the right side of the bracket for you?
Well, we already know Io Sky won.
Top right is Io Sky.
Yeah, Io Sky won.
We've got Bailey, Raquel, JC, and Kiana James.
Yeah, Kiana James.
Well, I don't know. They put some heat on her at the Chamber. Are they going to heat her up
good.
Go?
She's not bad, dude.
What outcome when you look at all these? Io and Rhea?
Io and Rhea would be fun. Yeah, I like where you're at there. Run that back.
How can we win out of all this? If you have Io win Queen of the Ring, you get Io Rhea SummerSlam.
Man, there's so many fun possibilities.
Well, if Flair and Cargill get in such a tussle in that 4-way that they've got to have their own feud, Valkyria can win.
Yeah, Lyra versus Chelsea.
Yeah, dude. And
that's fun. That's
for
fun.
Us. I think
OTM bracket.
I think we should trace it back because we said these brackets from WWE kind of suck sometimes. There is some intrigue here that you and I are creating.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to us though.
Perhaps. Well, I'm interested to see how it plays out. There's intrigue there.
The OTM bracket on the left side right now is Chelsea Green versus Lyra Valkyria. That's what we're booking, correct?
I agree.
All right.
Against Io, and we got to figure out the bottom
Io,
right.
the bottom right, you have Bailey, Roxanne, JC Jane, and Kiana James. And I think this one's easy, Tuck. I think it's JC.
I was going to say Kiana.
Underdog?
Yeah, but I think JC could benefit because she's hottest right now more.
Exactly. Kiana versus Io does nothing for me in the semifinals.
So Io versus
Raquel.
Chelsea Green. I know Io is going to get through that bottom of the bracket.
Oh, so you're thinking Io's just clearing to the final?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because Io versus Charlotte in the final is money. You know, there's a lot of good possibilities out of it.
But Io versus Lyra could do it. Io versus Chelsea is a fine thing.
Yeah,
too.
For
I
sure.
don't know. There's some intrigue there. There's layers.
I think I'm going JC Jane, though, out of the bottom right, with confidence, too. This is my most confident pick, I think. What's your official pick?
For the actual
right.
winner?
Yeah.
Oh, of the bottom right?
Yeah. Just go with me so we can have an OTM bracket.
I am agreeing with Kyle Gagliardi at Too Sweet Kyle.
Too
sweet.
That's right. So we're going with our final four is going to be Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Io Sky, and JC Jane. And then we're going to go with Io Sky to advance to the finals. And then we got Lyra versus Chelsea, and I think me and you can both go Lyra on this one.
Yeah.
Lyra. Lyra versus Io, and then Io wins Queen of the Ring. That's the pick.
Yep.
We're going with Io. Io versus Rhea. Main event of SummerSlam.
And that gives it, I also think that gives us Charlotte and Jade somewhere among those two nights as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that gives us a lot. And then you could still do this match at SummerSlam as well, Bill. Split them.
Bang. Here we go. Thing.
We're cooking. We are cooking. You need 2 nights of SummerSlam matches. Triple H, listen to OTM. And tell your friends to listen to OTM. And while you do tell them to listen to OTM, hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to 600 subscribers. Tuck, I don't know if you just saw, we got to 550, which is pretty crazy that we are now 7 years into this, and we're now here at 550. Look at us.
I think this is one of those opportunities that could compound over time. So little by little,
Brick by
chip
brick.
it away, and that's where we started in 2019, dude. Like, hey, if we gain a follower,
Dog years.
we gain 2 or 3, could be a cool thing, and we're chipping away and still having fun with the people that continue to show up each week, and it's growing little by little. That's what it's about.
That is what it's about. So we still got to talk about King of the Ring. So let's pull up that bracketology with OTM, if you will. We already know the ruler. Obafemi is advancing to the Final Four. Let me remove this header real quick because I can't even see the fucking graphic. We got Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, who is apparently okay. I saw reports that he was injured after Raw, but he's good to go, according to reports. So we got Dom, Braun, and Trick Williams, who is the United States champion. And we also have one half of the tag team champions. So a lot of gold tucked once again in the bottom left. Braun Breaker is also half a champion. And Dom is AAA champion. So yeah, everybody here is a champion in the bottom left.
Okay, like my decision here is like
I'm conflicted. Who's losing to Oba is the question.
That's what I was about to say. Who does it make more sense for Oba to just slap? But
boom,
again,
boom. Who would be fun against Obafemi?
Dominic,
Trick. Ooh,
Trick. Braun and Femi's like WrestleMania 48, 46. I don't know. Or how many years is that? Like the night two?
Yeah.
Night two?
Yeah.
Night two? Braun and Oba by 20 when? 30?
Yeah, by 2030 for sure.
That gives you 4.
Yeah,
we'll see.
In the next 4 years, it'll happen. I'm guaranteeing it right here.
Roman?
It. Cody Roman will happen again in a Mania. Yeah, one more time.
There's a lot of old
Cody will happen next year.
We'll see. I'm interested, but I think Obafemi versus Dominic Mysterio could be the funnest match. Trick's already a champion, so like, do you want to stomp him like that?
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
To me, Damian Priest winning doesn't make sense.
Damian Priest is definitely not winning because he's preoccupied with the
Dom.
stuff.
I think Dominic benefits from the 4. Is this a 4-way too?
Yeah, all of them are.
Yeah, I think Dominic benefits from that format as well.
It's gonna be Braun. It's gonna be Braun.
Think it's gonna be Braun?
Yeah, I think we're getting like the dream matchup for the future. I really do.
On a Raw.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna give us that. They're just gonna let us beat the shit out of Dom, aren't they?
When is the quarterfinal? Yeah. When does the Oba match happen?
Probably at Raw in a couple of weeks.
The finals at Night of Champions, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So who do you want to see? In my opinion, who do you want to see
Dom
Oba
on a
duking
Raw.
out at Night of Champions? Dom on Raw makes.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Where is that Raw located? Do they need to sell tickets? Do they need John Cena to come talk about Club
All that
WWE?
shit matters.
Again?
No, don't
It's
freak
just,
that out.
like
Don't bring
it's
up
so
Club
it's
WWE.
so like businessy weird. Some
It
of these
is. I hate the
decisions,
TKO
like.
of it all. I do.
I agree. I wish WWE was just siloed and they had a bag of money and let Triple H run everything. I don't.
Because I'm with you. I don't think it's a Triple H problem. I think it's a TKO problem.
I still believe in Triple H.
So do I. I still believe in Triple H. Clap, clap. I totally botched that. That was terrible, wasn't it?
Nope. I got it.
Amen. He appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, I had to
So
play
do I.
that drop. It was bad timing. Where does Dom go after this in the WWE? He's got AAA stuff, man. AAA's hot.
Yeah, I don't.
He'll be
Like,
fine.
He's great to go up the card whenever they want.
So is our official pick Dom then?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think I'm in agreement.
Low
just
confidence.
because they're not going to put Braun Breaker versus Oba on Raw.
Yeah,
They're not going to give us that good match. on
maybe.
Raw. Time will tell. So the left side is Oba beating Dominic
Dom.
Mysterio. Okay.
Yeah.
So then in the top right, what we got?
Dude, on the right side of the card, somebody's got to beat Oba.
Oh, I already know who's going to beat Oba. Don't worry. I'm getting to
Now,
that. I'm
but-
cooking. Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Talatonga, and Ricky Saints. Now, I like this top part, Tuck, because there's a lot of young talent here, and then there's Seth Rollins.
And that makes you automatically look at Seth Rollins, right?
Exactly, 100%. Seth
Now,
Rollins is winning. Seth Rollins is winning this match.
That's where I go, but I also think you could put it on the young OG here. Tonga and Saints don't move the needle for me.
Tonga's not winning. Saints is not winning.
can't.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So let's look at before we pick between, I think before we pick between Javon and Seth, we need to look at the bottom right.
Okay.
And that gives us Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. I also think I don't see Balor's been heated up a little bit.
And he's
Royce
on SmackDown
Keys,
now. You see that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, he's just got a blue box around him now, and that's just how it goes.
What an announcement, right? They're like, hey,
What?
Finn Balor's on SmackDown.
He's an official SmackDown representative, and you're like, sweet.
Since when?
Okay, so we've got Uso, Knight, Keys,
Yeah.
and Balor. Okay,
Who's losing to Seth Rollins is how I look at it.
I'm not convinced. Seth,
You don't think Seth's winning?
I think you could make an argument for Javon.
I think Seth
Sneaky
Rollins
boy.
is, spoiler alert, Seth Rollins is winning King of the Ring.
Really?
You're getting Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins as your main event.
At SummerSlam?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just preparing you now.
I am also convinced that is a thing I would enjoy seeing.
See? All right, so you're in.
I will buy the Seth and Roman t-shirt if they've got that squared away. I'm not
That's
afraid
what
to
I'm
buy a
saying.
tee.
I need to see that again. We saw it at the Royal Rumble in what, circa 22?
Yeah, whenever the St. Louis one was. Seth Rollins, the winner. People forget.
That's right. So I think we need Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam. That's where my head's
So
at.
yeah,
So
Seth
I'm
at the
clear. So
top.
OTM picks Seth at the
I
top.
agree. Yeah.
And then I think
Yes.
you know what would be fun? Let's see if you can pick my pick.
You're gonna say Royce Keys.
100%. I think Royce Keys should win the bottom right. He needs it. He won the Andre, so give him something here.
Are they gonna have Jey Uso win it to spin a bloodline? Perhaps. That makes me nervous.
Fuck. Don't say that.
No,
LA Knight teased some. Excuse me. LA Knight teased something. You know, he's
What?
calling out Roman. He's calling him out.
What? Yeah,
It could be LA Knight because he called him out.
That could be a thing. It's going to be Jey Uso. I don't see that's a part of the argument. I don't think Royce
Fuck,
Keys wins.
You're right. Royce Keys isn't going to win. That's just my heart
I
picking
think it's
it.
between Jay and LA.
So what are we going to pick?
My OTM heart also picks Royce Keys, big meaty man.
We love
slaps
Royce
meat.
Keys. Yeah.
Absolutely. We are Royce Keys advocates.
We were with Powerhouse.
You got the Jey Uso. Will he ascend? But
I don't want to see
can he
Jey Uso again.
LA Knight. SummerSlam is kind of LA Knight season if you think.
Yeah.
We saw him in Detroit win the Rumble. People forget, or the Battle Royal. Sorry,
I was going to say he did
Not
not
the
win the Rumble.
yeah. I'm going LA Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not. Actually, I'm in. You know what?
I was about to say I could be persuaded against LA Knight, but I think LA and Seth, there's some things.
LA
there.
and
There's some
Seth
team
have
there.
history with everybody saying LA Knight.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our pick. And I'm going with Seth Rollins to defeat LA Knight, as are you, right?
Yeah.
Because I think LA Knight could still face Roman eventually, just down the line.
I don't think LA Knight's going to win a world title, dude.
No, he's never going to win a world title, nor should he. I don't think he should.
But I put LA Knight in my affinity in the Diamond Dallas Page category.
Yeah.
I love
get what
Diamond
you're
Dallas
saying
Page.
there at that level, yeah. And the interview was good for
There's
him.
some gold
It made
there.
LA Knight look likable for sure. It definitely did. LA Knight versus Seth. Seth beats LA Knight. Seth versus Obafemi. And then Tuck, you're like, why? Why does Seth win? Because Brock Lesnar cost Obafemi King of the Ring, setting up the SummerSlam retirement match. Obafemi retires Brock Lesnar in his home city.
Oh, yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then
In
you can
Minneapolis.
have Seth use the vision of it all to beat Obafemi.
He's not the vision of it all.
He's
not even a part of the vision anymore. Though.
There's an attachment perhaps to a thing. Like I don't know that it has to be the vision, but I think of Seth as being a personable, like he'll find support more than Oba. Like I don't know
I
that
don't think
Oba
anybody's
beats,
going to support Seth right now.
but I don't think Seth beats Oba straight up the way if he's going to be.
That's why I think Brock's is going to get involved.
In that to make Seth win.
Correct.
Okay, I guess that's got to be the
Brock
backbone of it.
costs Obafemi winning King of the Ring.
I'll take it.
He goes, I'm not done with you, Oba. I want you in my home city. You embarrassed me at WrestleMania. I embarrassed you. He didn't really embarrass him. And now I want to end you in my home state. That's how I think it goes. Maybe I'm wrong. Tuck. But that's how I envision. And look at how we booked the card. Look at how we booked SummerSlam for us. And I don't think it's going to happen like this. But hey, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. On the women's side of things, we booked Rhea versus Io. You do Charlotte versus Jade. And I think I'm missing a couple matches. What else did we say?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Where's Brett?
Brett's not here. Apparently, we don't have a producer. But apparently, we also need to decide who is going to walk away with the MVM title, because it is about that time. Last week, Eric Douglas set the record for this year. He had 6 reigns at the top of the card. And I tell you what, he brought it tonight, Tuck. I know I asked you in the private chat. I didn't get a response. That's okay. I made an executive decision anyways, because it was between 2 people, to be quite frank with you. It was between Eric Douglas and Hot Sauce Bill Moss. But for me, I'm going to go check really quick. I disagree with your pick. I'm sorry, because we have an new MVM of the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hot Sauce Bill Moss.
You want the hot. You want the sauce. You want the hot sauce. You want Bill Moss. And that's what everybody say of the MVM. Bill Moss. Yeah.
I'm here. We were simpatico right there. It's like we're back or something. That's what the streets were saying. Yeah. Even though I didn't see a lot of people in the chat. I'm disappointed in the Main Event Wrestling Network. I'm calling them out right now, Tuck. I'm calling them out.
Well, you know.
You just made the list.
A Thursday in June. It's not necessarily SummerSlam season. It's not Rumble
yet.
season. Night of Champions season is a weird season. I don't know that many people look forward to that season. So, yeah, we're back though. I'm excited.
We're back, baby. Hit that subscribe button while you're here. We're here every Thursday. In a couple weeks, we won't be here on Thursday, by the way, because of my birthday. We're going to have to work around that. My birthday's on the 18th, so 2 weeks from now, we're going to have to go maybe on a Wednesday. I don't know if you could do Wednesdays.
Oh, I've got a lot of time now.
Oh, okay. That is correct. So we'll probably do a show on a Wednesday. 2 weeks from now. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Next week it'll probably be a normal Thursday. So make sure you're following us and the Main Event Wrestling Network at Pot on the Mark and at Main Event _Neck and Tuck. Jeez, I can't talk right now. It's been a long episode. It's been a long one. Why don't you tell them where they can find our merchandise?
Ladies and gentlemen, visit On the Mark Podcast, On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.
On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.
On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.com for all your merch needs.
It's on the ticker.
T-shirt, tank top, whatever it is, every purchase supports the channel and the program, and it helps us do what we love and enjoy to do. I'm excited to be back on the Mark Wrestling Podcast.com. You already know what it is.
Any final remarks before we head on out of here? How does it feel to be back?
I can feel it. Can you imagine the panel with Ian in here and Brett on the keys? I'm looking forward to feeling that again. I'm excited to be back. And as always, it's still a great time to be a wrestling fan. So life is good, my man.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and thank you for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.